Hello everybody. Today we're going to look at a new system from Camlog. It's called Confour. My name's Peter Hunt and I'm happy to try and help you understand this new system. Confour is an abutment and restorative system for Camlog and Conelog dental implants designed for securing hybrid screw-retained restorations. And these are used for rather special situations. Firstly, the implants in these cases are often placed at an angle in order to get around the sinus, around the mandibular nerve, or very often in the anterior region where the alveolus is at quite an angle. So let's have an implant at an angle, and then the question comes to be, how do you obtain a common path of insertion for the restoration? And this is where the abutment comes in. The abutment is what is needed to make an angle change, and this is where Confour gets to be so useful. But it's not just about the implant angulation, it's also about the implant orientation, the rotational position of the implant. Let's have a look at a very interesting new tool, the aligning tool, which comes with Confour. This helps establish the common path of insertion for the reconstruction. And essentially what's so interesting about it is that a holding key, a cardanic, or an insertion driver on the aligning tool can turn the implant so that the arm on the aligning tool can be made parallel to all of the others in the arch. And once we understand that, then we appreciate that Confour has three main elements. First, the abutments. Second, the sleeves. And third, various forms of screws. Let's have a look at these components. There are two different types of abutment. Firstly, the straight abutment systems, and these come in different heights, 0.5, 2 millimeters, and 4 millimeters in height. And then there are the angled ones. They come in an angle of 17 degrees and of 30 degrees. And these come at different heights, 2.5 millimeters and 4 millimeters for the deeper one. Now we have to appreciate that between the straight abutments and the angled abutments there is a big difference, because the straight abutments are all single screw devices, where the angled abutments all have a secondary screw which comes through the abutment to secure them properly in place, and where the anti-rotation component is engaged. So this would be a screw for the secondary device, and it comes down and retains the abutment in place. Now, Confour abutments are available for a wide range of platform sizes. For the 3.3 diameter, the 3.8 diameter, the 4.3 diameter implants, and now also for the 5 millimeter diameter implants. But we need to appreciate that the platform of the restorative component is 4.3 for all of these smaller size implants, and 6 millimeter platform for the 5 millimeter implant, no matter what height of the component. Confour copings. Let's understand the basic aspect of them first of all. These are devices which are secured to the abutments. So here is a good example of one which is commonly used, a retentive component secured within a denture. It's made of titanium. This comes down and we can see that a retaining screw is used to keep this in place. This is a very small retaining screw. But all of this system uses these screw-retained components. The Confour copings fit over the abutment and are secured there with prosthetic screws. So we see this can also fit over all of the systems with a different angle, the straight or the angled components. Now there are a variety of copings which are available for this system. We've seen the titanium one, which is used in denture retention. There is also a plastic one which is burnt out, which is used with cast systems and becomes a direct fit to the abutment. There's a variation on that which allows for passive fit, where a secondary coping is secured by cement. And then there are two sets of sleeves. One is titanium, which is used for welded bars, and the second is perhaps more common, gold, which is used with cast systems, where these are soldered to these copings. And we need to appreciate that these components are all secured by prosthetic screws. There's two sizes, a smaller and a larger one. The larger one is for the 5mm size of abutment. And the same with abutment screws, one size for the smaller diameters and another size for the 5mm diameter platforms. Now, there's a little bit of an issue with screwdrivers here, because with the conventional screwdriver you can see that this impinges or holds up the progress of the screwdriver, so it cannot drive it to final position. So there's a whole range of new screwdrivers. These are called in-bus screwdrivers. And these have no hold up on the shank and can easily take the screw to place. Now in these cases, as we said, often the implants are at an angle, and that makes it a problem for putting in abutments. But with this new system there's some very clever technology. First, they all come attached to a flexible handle, and the screw is already contained within the abutment, so this means that it's very simple to place. Then there is an additional screwdriver, a new smaller manual screwdriver, and this is useful for stabilizing the screw which is contained within the abutment. You can tighten it down, but it's only used really for positioning it, and then this would be followed up later with an in-bus screwdriver for the final tightening. Then the coping can come over and be placed over the abutment. And a new in-bus screwdriver can be used to pick up the prosthetic screw and take it down, so that too is held finally in place. So Confour is an interesting new addition to the system. It's obviously simpler, it's less bulky, it's very secure, it's easy to insert, and it's easy to maintain. It's worthy of your consideration. Thank you.